The former Middlesbrough player, and Brazilian striker Giovanni, formerly of Barcelona. Alex Ferguson resisted the urge to drop David Beckham, who started the game alongside Juan Sebastian Veron, who played for Argentina on Sunday. Ryan Giggs was back from injury as well. We joined the game in the first half. Commentary comes from Ron Atkinson and Clive Tilson.
Given away by Beckham. And as sometimes happens with David Beckham, in his frustration at surrendering cheap possession, he goes hunting it back with a little bit too much zeal. Djordjevic takes in towards Bermudez. And it was actually Yanakopoulos, the diminutive skipper, coming in behind Bermudez, who got his head to the ball and clearly had a good chance. Blanc penalised. Blanc didn't get to the ball, did he?
Well, we've already seen a couple of useful free kicks from this guy, Djordjevic. One that went narrowly over the top and one they almost scored with a header, and they're in again.
It was Yanakopoulos, terrific save by Barthez. There was no flag. It was a glaring opportunity for the Olympiacos skipper. But Yanakopoulos looks to the heavens when he need only look behind him for the reason he didn't score. The reason is Fabian Barthez. Keane getting to Giovanni. And now Keane lambasting his goalkeeper out of your picture. Here's a good run by Giggs and a terrific pass by Beckham. Ryan Giggs trying to turning into trouble, but finding Veron! And suddenly they counter with swiftness and penetration, and Juan Sebastian Veron almost opened Manchester United's account. Blanc's header. Scholes, Keane, Giggs. This is Veron. Now Giggs. On towards Scholes, he's onside here. And the goalkeeper was very bold and managed to get to the ball. Scholes just couldn't quite nick it away from Eleftheropoulos.
Good football all the way around. A little straight ball played through, a little angle run from Scholes.
Blanc. Van Nistelrooy. Here's Beckham. Scholes in close attendance. Plenty of runners into the box. Giggs onto Veron! Punched away, and it fell fortunately for Olympiacos into the path of Karambur. Instinctive save by Eleftheropoulos after another slick Manchester United interchange. Beckham on the ball again in a central area. Gary Neville has got forward and Beckham's picked him out. Here's Neville now. Hung up towards Scholes. Important header by Kostoulas, and Eleftheropoulos manages to hang on.
I think they're particularly good. I mean, we talk about Neville and think of him just as a stay-at-home defender, you know. I think in the last 12 months he's developed terrific with his attacking play.
I understand Alex Ferguson's concern at the sheer amount of attention that's come Beckham's way again in the last 3 or 4 days. We sometimes forget we are talking about a young man of 26 years of age, but he's had and lived with this level of attention now for several years. And he's riding the crest of the wave. Scholes. Rolled into Giggs. Didn't quite know how to improvise with that, Giggs, but he's retained possession. Now he's got in across Van Nistelrooy. Cavani, Beckham! David Beckham breaks the deadlock for Manchester United. It just had to be golden balls.
Don't rule out the part Veron plays in here. Before that, 2 passes before that, he does well there, Giggs, to dig that one out, and full marks Beckham racing in. You expect your opposite winger, and he is a winger tonight, to be racing in when it's crossed from left to right. But just prior to the move, Clive, Veron played another of them disguised balls when everybody's looking one way, and he flipped it back the other way for Scholes to start the move going. But a good move, and one you could see, you could really see United getting a goal. And you try and get him off now. And that's a superb tackle.
Neville on Djordjevic, now Keane. Still got Neville up with him, and Van Nistelrooy here to his left, and the supports arrive with Giggs too. It's Van Nistelrooy! Oh, off the goalpost! Goal kick. Van Nistelrooy within a whisker of adding to his assists with a first Champions League goal for Manchester United.
And the first opportunity he's had tonight for a strike on goal, really. Opens the body up, comes back on his right foot, just curls it up. When he knocks this, he thinks he's scored.
Manchester United side, and Andy Cole, and now Manchester United have cleared to come almost as soon as Andy Cole has arrived on the field.
Some smashing play between the two strikers. It's unusual sometimes to see strikers combine like that. Good. Does well there, Cole.
Olympiacos 0, Manchester United 2. Andy Cole has scored and added to his record tally of European Cup goals for Manchester United within moments of his arrival on the field. That's number 19 in the competition for Andy Cole. Karamba. Cross from Benitidis. Again, very coolly dealt with by Blanc. Keane completing the job, and it's a job very, very stylishly done by Manchester United. Olympiacos suffer their first ever Champions League defeat in Athens to a second half performance of growing authority from Manchester United, climaxed by goals from David Beckham, who else, and from substitute Andy Cole, which has given Manchester United a thoroughly deserved and thoroughly emphatic victory on Greek soil, and the Greek people will be sick of the sight of him.
You know, I think the manager obviously knew that it was a hard game on Saturday for me, not just for me, but for all the England lads that were involved tonight. So he had to sort of think about it, but I think once I'd sort of talked to him and said that, you know, I'll be fine, it's a big game, I want to play in it, I think that's all he needed to hear from me, really.
Yeah, I thought it was a marvellous performance by us. The players were really prepared ready for it, and they played some great football. And also they kept the pace, which is the games.
We felt that we did enough against Deportivo. It was just the last 5 minutes, really. Overall, the performance was really good. And again tonight, we kept the ball, produced a lot of chances, and we looked solid at the back. They had a couple of chances which you expect, but overall, we thought we played well.
And a big performance by Veron.
Magnificent performance. But I thought all the players worked very hard, first of all. They had to do that. I thought the collective football was very, very good.
But they are, you know, no sign of anything.
No, they were excellent tonight, really from start to finish. They only limited Olympiacos to the odd chance from set pieces. They weren't always at their strongest, but once they rode their luck once or twice, I thought their football was brilliant, and they had a real cutting edge to their play.
Yeah, when you say rode their luck, we're talking about the first half. United had the edge, but Olympiacos had the best chance.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they were fortunate because it was a set piece, good ball whipped in. I think you see at the top of the screen, Dennis Irwin has got to go with Giannakopoulos, who's the runner. He's onside, he's got to stick with him. Ronnie Johnson could back off into the area now and cover that ground. He doesn't. He's very static. He stands still. The player makes great contact, and Barthez makes a super reaction save. It is an excellent save, and you'll see from this angle, again, the player gets on the end of it. It's a great finish, but Barthez really, had he have been out on the edge of the 6-yard box, he wouldn't have had to make that save. I think he could have caught that.
He was very deep, wasn't he?
He was. I think the players were expecting to be a bit further out.
Talk to me about Juan Sebastian Veron.
Yeah, well, he's had obviously a very busy week, and you know, a huge flight from Argentina to Athens tonight, but he was absolutely sensational. His all-round game was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if in the first half, he was the one player that was always looking to link with the forwards. That is a great link up there with Ryan Giggs. Super shot. That's no fluke. We've seen that recently. This was that classic encounter at White Hart Lane recently in the Premiership. Same movement again, this time with Solskjaer. Look, linking up with the forwards, and this time he put it in the back of the net. But his all-round game tonight, his energy, and his range of passing was fantastic.
It wasn't just him in the second half, because
No.
Beckham, the two of them together, they just were fabulous.
They were. I mean, there was a lot of good United performances, but these two in particular in the second half did stand out. As I say, his range of passing, look, that's with the outside of his boot. Beckham very, very nearly getting in on the end of that. That was superb. Look at Beckham highlighted at the top of the screen. Veron on the ball again. This is his goal. It comes out to Paul Scholes on the left. Another great pass. This is a good move. Beckham now obviously making serious roads infield. When it comes to Ryan Giggs, there's Beckham again. Still out the picture virtually. But when Ryan Giggs stands this cross up, Beckham's done wonders. He's nipped across the front of the defender and steered that in with his right foot. A very difficult finish. Excellently taken. This was the pass of the night for me. Again, keeping good control in the midfield. Watch this. That is absolutely fantastic. Gary Neville, who made some great runs all night long down that right-hand side. Another 45-yard pass. Wonderful. Beckham catching the play up. Great cross. That is just a classic movement. Ryan Giggs very nearly scoring with a great header. They were really, really good. As good as I've seen for a long time away
Looking
from
so
home.
good for United, John. They've got 2 home games coming up next, haven't they? Deportivo and then Olympiacos.
Yeah. Obviously, they had a disappointment against Deportivo over in Spain, but now they're in the driving seat. They've got 2 home games. Going forward, they're superb. This is the best I've seen Manchester United play in the last 5-6 years going forward. Veron has added to that. But, ominously, at the back, when crosses come in, they still look shaky.
They'll qualify, won't they?